Who will become the new dean of AU's College of Arts and Sciences? Students will be meeting with each of the 5 candidates this week at the Katzen Arts Center to see which one they like the best. Each candidate has their own day this week to come in and speak with the campus community. Today was Kate Davies' turn to convince students that she'll be the best dean out of the 5. Students will have 8 more opportunities this week to meet with the candidates. Students may not get to pick the dean themselves, but they will be able to fill out feedback forms so they can express their opinion.
The University of the District of Columbia is considering shutting down the school's undergraduate education department. They say the move would help them better align themselves with current trends in society. But some students beg to differ. Melinda Wise has more.
For most students and faculty at UDC, it's business as usual, but in the education department, some big changes are looming ahead.
The president has a new vision, and he wants to align what we're doing with what the needs of society are.
President Alan Sessoms plans to shut down the undergraduate education program and replace it with a master's degree. Associate Provost Melanie Anderson explains why.
There is a movement for teachers now to major in a particular discipline and become experts in that area and then obtain a master's in teaching, which gives them sort of a dual specialty.
Another reason for the president's plan:
the graduation rates in that particular area have not been what we would like for them to have been.
Some students disagree.
They teach a lot and they go in deep into the aspects of teaching, and I've grasped a lot and I understand more.
Rashida Howard was about to graduate from the program within a year.
Kind of a disadvantage because I'm thinking now I have to go somewhere else to look for my, major because they're not accepting it here.
Howard says she wants the university to reconsider.
I hope they would rethink keeping the education department open, because I really like where I am right now, and I really would like to continue and finish.
But Anderson backs the president and his plan.
I tend to favor the president's point of view. He is a visionary, and I think it's very important for us to align ourselves with current trends.
In Northwest Washington, D.C., Melinda Wise for District Wire News.
Some changes at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. Rituals for deceased soldiers at the base are now open to the media. Welcoming coffins back to the U.S. has been private since a ban on news coverage was placed by the first President Bush in 1991. The rituals are usually conducted in silence to honor the soldiers and their families. The first public ritual was for Air Force Staff Sergeant Philip A. Myers, who was killed in Afghanistan on Saturday.
North Korea is back in the news this week after the long-awaited launching of Taepong-2, a missile that feared could one day hold a nuclear weapon. The Sunday testing came in at the same time President Obama, in an address in Prague, was pledging to rid the world of nuclear weapons. The president feels the launching undermines his message of ending the threat of nuclear proliferation. This was the first challenge to President Obama from North Korean leader Kim Jong-il after this week's events. Congress is introducing new legislation that would attempt to mend diplomatic relations with North Korea.
An earthquake in Italy killed 91 people and injured 1,500 Monday. Tens of thousands lost their homes. The quake struck at 3:30 in the morning local time, about 60 miles northeast of Rome. The quake hit hardest the historic town of L'Aquila. The U.S. Geological Survey says that the quake had a magnitude of 6.3. People in the area felt aftershocks of the quake throughout the day.
Coming up on District Wire News, wet weather. April showers supposedly bring May flowers with all the rain. Flowers will have no problem blooming.
And women might have an excuse to overspend once a month. A new study shows that women's showing behaviors are associated with their menstrual cycles. All this and more when we return.